a promise in my life.
Happy Wednesday, everyone. How are we all doing? Always trying to work out exactly when the music ends. That's one of the things I do before I go live. I choose the track I'm going to play, I listen to it, and then I sort of work out where would you want it to fade out, because a lot of them, like that song, it fades out for like another 10 seconds, and that would just be a bit weird. But yeah, hope everyone is doing good. Hello to everyone in the chat. We got Alex who's saying, let's go, with that lovely spider image. We've got Clem Fandango, hello to you. We got Game Cat, Photo Nutter, Mojo, Kira Cat Lady, Siago Guitarist, Canic Tunes, David VR, hello to you. Hello, and Salvador, who went to see a 4D movie. I'm curious to know what 4D movie that is. A friend actually was asking just the other day if I'd ever been to I don't know what it's called in the US, but in the UK it's called like 4DX. You know, those cinemas where you sit in chairs that move around, and when there's smoke, it makes smoke in the room. There's water, so when it's raining, you get splashed on. I have been to one of them 3 times. In terms of like the commercial, like mainstream ones, the first time I properly experienced it was to see It, Chapter 1, and I was blown away. And it was because of the more, and this is kind of what I say about VR gaming and the haptics and the nuances, it's not the big bold movements that, you know, blow me away more, it's all the subtleties. And so there's a scene in It where this little kid goes to his basement, and he's at the top of the stairs looking down, and there's a bit where the camera just pans down the stairs going into the basement. And as it's panning in the theatre, your chair is slowly rocking forward. So you're slowly leaning forward like that, and you kind of feel it in your stomach. That sort of stuff was super, super effective. Actually, I think I think it was Nick. Nick told me, he's from the Game Cat community. I think he went to see the new Mad Max movie, and he said that like all the effects on the chairs were a bit delayed with what you saw on screen, so it kind of preempted. Here we go, Nick in the chat. There we go. Yeah, Furiosa in D-Box. Yeah, you were saying that it was a bit delayed, right? Where you felt it before it happened, or the other way around. So it preempted it. So yeah, I then went to see It Chapter 2 that way. I brought some friends. I was like, I saw it this way, you got to see it this way, and they enjoyed it. But then I also got invited to hey Paradise Decay, hope you are doing good. Good to have you here. I then got invited back in my YouTuber days. I got invited to quite a few screenings, which were awesome. Actually, I think one of the videos is on my channel still, where I did a promo for Chronicles. Do you know that found footage movie where the kids like get superpowers? And yeah, here it is. I mean, that is a thumbnail. If I ever saw one. There you go. So I did that for them, promoting it. Oh yeah. It's going to have ads. Yeah, for 20th Century Fox, when that's what it was called. This is so old. This was 12 years ago. And it has all these, like, clips from the movie. But then it's me reenacting, like, the, like this stuff. This is so ridiculous. Do you know what? I don't think you can hear it right now, can you? Look, let me try this. You should be able to hear it now. You can be in it. All you have to do is post a video response to this, answering that question. The team will then pick the best responses and put it into that short film. Now, we're not expecting you to showcase real superpowers like crushing a car with your hand. Paper cut. Or flying.
Listen to me. We can't screw around with this.
Okay, so not only am I going to fly, I'm going to fly through that door. Just need a bit of a run up. And we are not... Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But I got invited by, I think it was Paramount. What was the name of that movie with? And I appreciate it. Lots of love for the hair. I need to. I never knew you used to be a Beatle. Everyone always digs the old hair. Hey Reese, good to have you here, dude. When you're gonna grow your hair out like that? Do you know what it is? It's when you start growing your hair long. With my hair, although it's a lot more wavy than it used to be really curly. It gets this middle ground where there's not enough, so the gravity pulls it down, but it just sort of goes up, kind of like how it is now. So I don't know, maybe one day. But the movie I was invited to see, I love how this is such a tangent. And by the way, everyone who's just joining, if you're thinking, what the hell is this show about? Like, what's Myles on? I thought this was organised. It's the last Wednesday of the month, which means Myles Dyer Live. I have no topic. I have no script. We just hang out. And so, with that said, if you have any questions for me, I'm happy to answer any questions. You can post them. Just put a Q at the front of your message, and then I'm able to save it in the chat and come back to it later so I don't miss it. Because obviously sometimes you're asking questions that you don't want me to, that might be to someone else in the chat. But if you want me to answer it, throw it on there. And it's about Myles' hair, obviously. That's what the topic is. But yeah, so last Wednesday. And by the way, I don't know if anyone's seen on Twitter, I definitely needed this. I mean, it's only day 2 of the week because we had Monday off. But I've had the most ridiculous week, basically, with work. I had 3 days of just sleeping. And then the last 24 hours. So it's 9:15 in the evening now. After this, which I'll have an hour to eat. I should probably eat. And then get some more work done. And then at 11 p.m, I'm doing Gamescast Live for PSVR Valve Pro, and there's going to be a lot to talk about. So that'll probably go for a couple of hours. And then at 1 a.m, I then get back to work because I need to get some strategy stuff done for a new client that I've got a meeting with at 10 a.m. So it's all go, go, go. And I'm genuinely so fucking stressed. So I like that this is a chill one. But the one thing I am annoyed about, and by the way, I am going to get back to what I was talking about a minute ago. I still have it in my head. And this is kind of the work mode I'm in at the moment. This mug I was going to have on sale from this show, and I haven't set it up. So this week, I will do it. And I'm going to put like a massive discount. Can't confirm it just yet, because obviously I need to make sure I'm not losing money. But I'll probably do like a 30% discount for the first 10 people. So keep an eye out for that. Let's have a look here. Can you pan your camera around the room? I'm just nosy. I could do it off my phone camera, but I don't want to because I'm currently surrounded in work documents and, you know, cybersecurity. It's all very important. I mean, here I have a whiteboard with lots of details on that I don't want you to see. So I've got to be very, very careful. But if it was a different day where it was a much cleaner place, then I definitely would be more than happy to do that. Right. The movie was about, what's in Florida? Is it alligators or crocodiles? It's alligators, right? And the movie was called Cruel. Do you remember Cruel? Here, I'll bring it up. This movie here. Cruel. Where there's a massive flood. Okay? The reason I bring this up was this was the third time. Oh, can I not zoom into anything here? Unbelievable. It was the third movie I went to see with... hey, Talita. Hope you're doing good. It's the third movie I went to see with the 4DX, and they gave us raincoats. And because the movie is all about a Category 5 hurricane in Florida, I kid you not, pretty much the entire movie, every time it was another shot of just pouring down with rain. It was absolutely pouring down. And both taste like chicken, someone says. I actually did have alligator in Florida. Maybe I... do I not have it? I want to find it. Yeah. So, because it was actually quite a quiet public event, and by the way, I realise you couldn't see me in the back there. I was just in that cupboard looking around. Apologies. Because there were very few people at the event. I picked up like 5 of these. I've handed them all out recently. But look, Paramount Pictures invites you to a 4DX screening of Cruel. It was with Fright Fest at Leicester Square. What year was that? So that would have been 2019. Okay, 5 years ago. And it's a rain jacket. It was a rain jacket. It was absolutely heaving, just in this theatre, and like next to me, all the chairs had puddles in them, and it was just hilarious. It was an amazing time. Right. Let's have a look here. Lots of questions coming in. I'm just saving them. Oh, we've had a super chat from Jim Perona with the $1.99 says current favourite dad joke. Current favourite dad joke. Oh, you've put me on the spot now. Oh, man. Favourite dad joke. Oh, literally everything has just left my mind. I can think of one of my favourite jokes, but it's not a dad joke. And it's all contextual, isn't it? I mean... I will have a think, but I do have a clip of a recent one that I used, which was on Without Parole. It was actually from last week. Here we go. I know this is not what you're after, and I promise I will have a think. But while oh man, let me save all these questions. Oh, some really good questions here, people. Thank you. Non-dad jokes are fine. No, I want to come up with, I mean, I'll do you. I'll do it this way. I'm going to tell you one of my favourite jokes, but then I will also show you a dad joke, which for anyone that watched the end of last week's Without Parole.
That's it.
Did you know, Brian?
What's up?
Did you know that Wild Turkey Hunter had a horror mod? It was called.
Did not.
Here's the joke.
It was called Poultrygeist.
Oh.
Poultrygeist.
I was gonna say thanks for having me, but I think that just ruined that for me.
And thanks everybody who sits back and watches the show and doesn't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there, and we love you just as much. Let's go.
Right, there we go. So that was a pretty good one. I've literally got a compilation now of moments where I just make Brian just die inside, and I need to start posting them on socials. The beaver one was one of my favourites. The beaver one was one of my favourites. I've showed it loads of times before. Let me see if I've got it here, because it's the whole one about because what happens is, and I'm just gonna tell you like a bit of behind the scenes of how it works with my jokes. Right, is when we're talking about a topic, I will be on Google looking at puns around a particular topic, and then what I do is I find the pun that I like, and then I try and fix it into the conversation, so I have to work back from it. And so this beaver clip is like the best example of it, because I knew what the punchline was, but I had no idea how we were going to get to it. And this was it. It was just really long and drawn out. You just see me stumbling, and I'm like, I know the joke, but I don't know how I'm going to get there. And this was the result.
Over there, Miles. This is insanity.
I know that is bad. The fun fact I know about beavers is that their diet, they do like vegetation and that, and they actually, out of sticks and that, they actually create a bowl, and they have like their leaves and stuff in it. So they actually create a salad, and they put a little sauce on it, and it's called branch dressing.
Macho Vasquez with a $5 tip says, side note, I really love it.
It's so good. It's so good. I used to hate, I don't know, there's just something about killing the atmosphere. Right? I'm glad you like that one. It was fun. But one of my favorite jokes, do you know, it's one where I'm going to butcher it if I try and do it. I'm trying to find it now. Yeah, I've got it here. Hey BR, hope you're doing good. I'm glad there's love for the beaver joke. Yeah, it's Brian's responses that make it. Moving swiftly on, yeah. Yeah, I know. Just every time I start telling a story, he's like, this is where it's going. I love Brian for it. Incredible. Right, so this is the quote, the joke, right? It's from Will Rogers. The joke is, when I die, I want to die like my grandfather, who died peacefully in his sleep, not screaming like all the passengers in his car. I love that joke, and I delivered it absolutely abysmally, but I love that joke, right? Nick says, I enjoy when you make Brian think about just hitting F4 on the stream. I've just got a collection of them. Like, here's another one. I've played these before, but...
Because, dude, I was watching The Nun 2 last night, which I purchased on Amazon. Because guess what, Sony? You don't want my money anymore when it comes to movies, apparently. So I purchased it on Amazon.
They're having none of that.
No, they're having none. Oh. So I...
So that one I'll take credit for. That was actually on my feet. It's like you have these like Matrix glasses on. You can just see like the universe now, and it's all just puns. One of my favorite comics actually is Tim Vine. Have you ever seen Tim Vine? Tim Vine's really good. I love all this appreciation for it. Thank you, people. Yeah, and that is the thing. It's me looking pleased with myself. It's also me trying not to laugh. I just want to like do it deadpan. I'm very good at doing deadpan normally, but not. He did not appreciate any of the nonsense. So yeah. Anyway, I appreciate the tip, Jim. Hopefully that catered for it. Right. A lot of people like the Tim Vine. If you ever get a chance, look up on YouTube Tim Vine and ventriloquism. Let me find it. Yeah, this one. It's just so ridiculous. Oh, he did like pen behind the ear and stuff. But yeah, this was it. When he talks about ventriloquism, it's a really good one. But yeah, his pen behind the ear was where he literally says he's gonna throw a pen behind the ear. But he just keeps missing, and he literally does it for 5 minutes. 3 minutes later. And then like the music gets to the end, and then he says, and then he has to pick up the pens off the floor again, and then he tries again, and it's unbelievable. But he is like the king of dad jokes. Really, really, really good. Right. Let's get on with your questions, people. Thank you for sending them in. Do I do the jokes and the Christmas crackers? Oh, no. That's a hell of a job, though. I actually hate Christmas cracker jokes because I just feel like they're not even... I don't know. Sometimes they're all right. But I think that's the thing about dad jokes, isn't it? They're not for the enjoyment of the receiver. They're for the enjoyment of whoever's telling them. Did someone just gift some memberships? Mischievous. Or was it on a previous show? Either way, love to have you with us, Mischievous Marcio, the underground game cat. Thank you. Good way to make me tune in. I see what you did there. There we go. Right, going to your questions. And if you have any questions, just put a Q at the beginning. And as I said, this show, there's no script. We're just chilling and hanging out. And got to think about what I'm going to eat next. I'm so tempted to order pizza. That would be really, really, really good. Well, thank you, Kira. What, you just gave... Wait, I missed this. You both gave 5 memberships each today. I know you've done it on previous weeks, but I hadn't seen it today. I'm scrolling up. Where is it? I can't see it. Oh, dude, Detroit pizza. Do you know what? I'm going to talk about this. Reese and I. So, we met at WASD. I think I might have shown photos of this, but after the event. But Detroit pizza I'd never heard of before. But at the industry party, one of the guys from PlayStation Access was hungry, and these guys were like, "Oh, you got to try this Detroit pizza place on the corner. It's absolutely amazing." And they were just bigging it up, and we're like, "Great, let's go." And they said, "Oh no, it's closed." And it's like, "Why'd you tell us?" So at the very end of the event, when it was time to go, or for me to go at least, because I know Reese was there for the extra day, we decided to head there. And so we did. Detroit has soul. I mean, how would you even describe it? Thank you so much for Kira and Mojo. Sorry I haven't seen that the gifts have come through for some reason. It normally does. But a massive thank you. Heroes. And if you have become a member today because of them, do let me know so I can welcome you. Welcome you to the membership. So here we go. So this is what the pizza looks like. And there's my rings. People always find it weird that I take my rings off when I eat, but it's just because I don't want to get grease under it. But look at that. Oh, man, this is making me so hungry now. It was like... I mean, Reese, how would you do... Oh, here we go. I was about to say describe it. The most dense and tasteful pizza I've ever had in my life. The way I could describe it was the crust was as soft and melted in your mouth as much as the cheese. It was just... And even the people that ran the place, because it just looked like a random chain. But when we said we hadn't been there, they said to us, "Oh, what? Have you never had this before?" As if oh, you're in for a treat. And it was incredible. Oh, I wish I could order that now. Good thing I just ate. Yeah. I haven't eaten in 9 hours, so this is making me very, very hungry. And maybe I should order pizza. Oh, maybe I have to order pizza now, though, so I can get it after the show. Oh, yeah, I might do that. I might order pizza in a minute. But I do need to get to your questions. And by the way, as a bit of... This is what I like about these chill-out shows, is we can just hang out and chill. But I also can do it as a bit of feedback as well with the show. I actually went for a walk the other day, and surprise, surprise, I had a backwards and forwards with ChatGPT, just sort of talking about the show, and it was nice going for a nice walk and talking about it and the formatting. And there are a lot of improvements that can definitely be made. But this is a good part of the of the month to sort of reflect, but also to get your feedback. In the word of Shia LaBeouf, just do it. That's such a great video, isn't it? Should the chat choose the topping? Oh, everyone right now, tell me what is your ultimate pizza order? As in, I don't mean your dream one, but well, it might be your dream one, but if you were going to order pizza, what is the most likely one? Do you have your go-to topping mix? You had pizza tonight. Awesome. But anyway, the thing I was going to ask you was, when I'm doing this show right now, there's no background music, and I don't often do background music because I'm always worried about the levels. Does it feel a bit dead would the show benefit if I had background music going on in like this? Just really quiet like this. Does it make a difference? I guess I could look up some more long form background music. But anyway, let's have a look. This is all going to make me hungry. Burger topping. Describe that to me. Is that just like it's got little bits of burger on it? And like slices of tomato? You're not going to have lettuce on it. Burger sauce maybe? I remember the Pizza Hut burger crust. I had this when my band did our first music video. It's absolutely filth. Check this. And believe it or not, wasn't gourmet burger, was not great. It was absolute filth. But it was a hell of an experience. But it was an interesting article from The Guardian about the food crisis. Rightfully so. Anyway, back to mushroom and pineapple. Do you know what? I think that's what Pizza Hut does now. They do like the Hawaiian and then they do the ham and pineapple. So I think the Hawaiian comes with mushroom as well, which I didn't realise was a thing. All right, let's keep going through this. Barbecue sauce I did when the Meteora is the Linkin Park album, isn't it? I can't even think anymore. But when that first came out was when I was at university, and that's when I had it. But onions, if it's red onions, regular onions, when that's on pizza makes me feel rough. Cheese, doner meat, and ham. Okay, there used to be a place near my parents called Thunder Pizza, and they did a pizza with doner meat on it, and it was absolutely incredible. Chicago style, spinach and garlic. Wait, is that the Chicago style? It's just spinach and garlic. That sounds interesting. And is it like deep dish, Chicago? Is it always deep dish? Hawaiian. So Clem, Hawaiian, is that ham, pineapple, and mushroom? Or is it just ham and pineapple? I always thought Hawaiian was just ham and pineapple. Pepperoni, Italian sausage. So the only meat I eat is chicken, but the only time I break that rule is occasionally I'll get pepperoni. But I do like Pizza Hut has their vegan toppings. Or vegetarian, should I say. Let me show you this. Is it going to show me? Oh, it's not going to show. Is this American? No. Oh, they do vegan pizzas now. But they had vegetarian options where it was like they have like this Italian meat that's vegetarian, which is really, really good. Everyone says games of tea with that one. Got 'em beat. Oh, it's thin crust. Thin crust bacon. Okay. I think I might like avocado and halloumi. Okay, firstly, I've never had halloumi on pizza, but that sounds like a great shout. Secondly, avocado is the topping on pizzas. I've never understood why it's not a thing. I thought surely avocado would work on pizza, but is it because like avocado has a short shelf life? Is that what it is? Music is good. Yeah, I need to get some... Do you know what? I'm going to write this down. I need to get some lo-fi like background music. That is what I need. So I don't... Yeah, lo-fi. I love lo-fi music. I think that's it. Pepperoni, loads of mushrooms, peppers, and jalapenos. Oh. Maybe sometimes when also Alfredo chicken, add bacon. Okay. Pineapple meat feast. I've never heard of that. So I assume it's just a meat feast with pineapple. Cheeseburger topping, as in patty, cheese. Oh, pickles. Can't stand pickles. Anything that, if you have to wash your hands like 3 times to get the smell off. Ugh. Hawaiian with extra chicken. Interesting. A lot of Hawaiian love. Yeah, a lot of people asking about the ChatGPT voice with Scarlett Johansson. I actually asked ChatGPT about it last week. And they said, yeah, I do sound like Scarlett Johansson. It's like, but you're not the voice. Hand tossed. Oh, with basil. Oh, these are so good. Burger, meat and cheese. Sorry, I'm catching up now. Pepperoni and pineapple is a banger. That's what I have done before. I don't do ham and pineapple. I do pepperoni and pineapple. Okay. You guys are not ready for Brazilian pizza. Tell me what Brazilian pizza is. I assume you're going to tell me. Are you able to do a call-in show about this food topic? I mean, there is ways for people to dial in, but I've got to be careful. I've got to be careful. Sushi pizza, ice cream pizza, you name it. So I've mentioned this before. My brother went to a restaurant where they did like specialty pizzas. They did like a Chinese pizza where it was like plum sauce was the base and it had like hoisin duck and spring roll and stuff on it. And then they did a curry one where it's curry sauce with like onion bhaji and then like bits of tikka chicken. It was maybe really, really good. I remember you telling me this, or is this a joke? Because it's Hamilton. Hawaiian pizza is a Canadian invention. Oh, all this stuff. Everyone. Incredible. Right. Apologies. By Chicago style, I meant deep dish stuff kind. That's awesome. I need to experience that again. A chicken Caesar pizza. Mate, that Detroit pizza had more pepperoni than Pizza Hut stocks. This is awesome. This conversation is just wild. Imagine a mac and cheese pizza. That would be just absolutely incredible, wouldn't it? Yeah, a lot of agreement there. I must have had it. I don't know. I've had mac and cheese that's in a burger. So yeah, that would be incredible. And oh, you make lo-fi, do you? Interesting. Okay. Wow, DJ Chamber says, and thanks to your talk with the Trip team, I got in touch with them and they're going to put my music in the game. Amazing. Wait, the sound wasn't loud enough. I wish there was a sound effects. I wish sound effects was different to music. There we go. That's what I'm going to do. Incredible. Right, I'm mindful of time. Yeah, everyone likes the curry pizza stuff. Okay. I'm pretty sure Sainsbury's do or did a mac and cheese pizza. Okay. Right, I need to order this pizza, but before I do that, I'm going to the questions. So here we go. Best VR game ever. Go. This is too difficult. I can't say the best VR game ever. Because it depends on what you're after. If you want to be scared, horror game, Madison VR without a doubt. If you like a sports competitive game, Knock is without a doubt incredible. If you want an overall sort of VR experience, I think Rec Room's amazing because there's just so much you can do in it in terms of a social environment. But like top VR, do you know what? I'm gonna have to look at my top list. I mean, oh man, this is so difficult. You make it so difficult. I think I have my last top 25 list. So I think Gran Turismo 7 I still have at the top. Yeah, Gran Turismo 7 I think is just the most incredibly immersive VR experience. It's not my favourite game, but I would say it's definitely up there because they just keep adding to it. Games with T says, what made you get into doing music and was Schemata Theory your only band? Oh, no. I was a drummer when I was at secondary school and I drummed for a few bands like in school. I drummed for when we did Teenage Dirtbag. That was such an awesome performance. It was just so fun doing it out on decking outside in the summer. Just playing outside was amazing. And then I played with a band called Penitentiary. That was, I'm just going to search and see if I've got it on my computer. Have I got Penitentiary? Oh my goodness. I've got clips of us. Oh my God, from our final gig. Oh my God, I didn't realise I had this on the computer. Do you want to see this? I didn't see No Man's Sky had an interesting new update. Please do tell me about it. This was us talking.
Myles, and we're deciding where to position the camera for our interview. That's right.
2005.
Big words.
20 years ago. And Luke there was the bassist, in the middle there, the bassist, and he is the co-singer in Schemata Theory. So it was amazing. The drummer, and this was us talking about it. And this was us at I was 17. I think this was my 17th birthday. I think I broke my titanium. Here we go. Don't think we've got any clips from there. This is unbelievable. I haven't looked at this in ages. And then this. Anyone that knows the British band Silosis, we were supporting them in this gig. So I'm on drums here. Shall I have a look on this? It was proper new metal days and stuff like that, but it has singing. It was like Funeral for a Friend, Bullet inspired at the time, but yeah. So I was in that band, and then we split up, and Schemata Theory formed. Was it? No, there was a band called Down Within I was a part of that I drummed for a bit. Then I left, then I came back, and then Schemata Theory started for about 10 years. So yeah, that was a nice little trip down memory lane. Just having a look. They said for our next update, you want to allow players to experience an alternative universe. We are calling it Adrift. Oh, so they haven't given specifics. They're just teasing. That's kind of cool. That's super, super cool. But yeah, anyway, so that was us. That was us. And I can get rid of the extra camera. I haven't sat at a drum kit properly in about 10 years. I would be absolutely abysmal at it now. And the truth was, I just hit a limit as a drummer. And I could never sing. I was always a lyricist, so it was a good opportunity to bring it together. So that was kind of how it came to be. So yeah, right. Next question. Thank you for that. Are Greggs that good? Which one is better, regular or vegan? Are you talking about Greggs sausage rolls? So Greggs in the UK is Greggs. Oh. No, don't want that. Oh, that's a shop find. There we go. Greggs. This is Greggs. Is it well known in other parts of the world? How would you describe Greggs? Greggs is just really easy, cheap food. And it's I don't know. It's just it's super well known. But they were known for their... I mean, this is a great website, man. But they have the vegan sausage roll. This was the thing that really took off. They have vegan Mexican chicken-free bake. Wow, look at that. Made with vegan chicken-free pieces, mixed vegetables, and spicy Mexican-style sauce packed into a deliciously crispy pastry case, topped with a seasoned crumb topping. I mean, I'm blocking at the moment. It's over here. And by the way, I just saw that there was a countdown timer there. That was hilarious. So yeah, we got that. Was that timer on every time I was on screen? I was not aware. But look at that. That's your 40%. No, look at that. 60% of your saturated fats for the day. Unbelievable. Vegan sausage roll though. This was really popular. Look at that though. Yeah. So yeah, is that yeah. Greg's, I mean, I don't have it a lot. I had their pizza once and it was really sweet and it was pretty gross, so didn't do that again. But yeah, Greg's, it's interesting how that's taken off. Right, I'm ordering a pizza now because otherwise I'm not going to have time to eat. So start my order. Right, I'm doing my order now. What am I going to do? I am going to order what I normally do. So this is what my order is, people. Okay? My order is... I always go half and half. And I think this one's a good one. So my order is half and half. It's a pan pizza, deep pan. The left half is the Hawaiian Sizzler. Oh, shit, you're not even going to know what it is, though, because it only says what I've removed and that. So, so let me have a look here. So the Hawaiian Sizzler is... Oh, man, what is... Oh, man, this is so confusing. It's ham and pineapple with jalapenos and roquito peppers. But I've added to it cup and crisp pepperoni and removed the red onion, swap them around. That's how you get the sort of the extra toppings. You can like remove stuff to add stuff afterwards. Yeah. So there's that. And then, oh, they do a... Man, look at this. Look at this pizza they offer. This looks epic. New cup and crisp pepperoni, jalapenos with mozzarella cheese topped with hot honey drizzle and dried chili flakes. Oh, that's incredible. But anyway, the second half of my order is the chicken supreme. And again, I use it so I can swap some stuff out. So the chicken supreme is chicken and mushrooms with pepperoni and the Beyond Meat Italian style sausage. So that's the mix there. It's a bit of a weird mix, but I'll tell you what, people, it totally works. This looks epic, adds to basket. You're going to burn your asshole later. Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, it's a tenner. It's any pizza. I've got to collect it, though, so I've got to drive and collect it. Right, so let me just put this in here. Let me just go to checkout quickly. And for extra quickness, I'm going to use Google Pay. Who uses Google Pay? I never use Google Pay, but I am doing it now just because I haven't got time. Which means I'll have to end the show in like 10 minutes. And then I can race, get some food, carry on with a bit of work, and then get ready for the next show. Oh. Right. Let's have a look here. Right, that's good. Oh, shit. It's going to be... I realised I put ready ASAP, so I haven't even put a time, so it's actually been made now. Oh, well. Right. It's going to be ready at 10 past the hour. So I got time. Right, let's get through this, people. I want to get through all your questions. Thank you. Bro, I've just eaten and I'm hungry again. That says so much about our culture because I'm the same. It's like popcorn. You can have a 3-course meal, be absolutely full, go to the cinema, popcorn, have a large. Don't rush it. I'm not going to rush it. Right, here we go. Questions. Oh, my goodness. Who would win in a fight between Mole's old hair and the penguin with the paddle? The people must know. Easily the penguin with the paddle. Although the hair would probably make it bounce off, maybe. Funnily enough, I had my head injury, and for those that don't know about it, that'll be a story for another time. I had my head injury not long after I had my hair shaved off for a charity event. And I remember walking down the street going, oh, I forgot, like, how much padding your hair gives you. Like, when you're completely shaven, you're like, oh my God. It's just, yeah. I just remember that. And I had something hit me on the head, and it fucked me up pretty bad. Do you have to work night shifts with the new job being global? So, the answer is no, but I am self-imposing it. So the fact I'm working 1 a.m. tonight is just because I'm just against deadlines and I'm trying to get stuff done. But the complexities of it is we have our kickoff calls at 5 o'clock in the evening my time because it's to cater for the West Coast and the East Coast. So for the East Coast, that will be midday. And for the West Coast, that's 9 a.m. It's 5 p.m. my time. But when I wake up in the morning, I'm energized. I use Discord for work. I have notifications going left, right, and center. And so I'm just better off just hitting the ground running while I'm energized. So I tend to work from like 10 a.m., 11 a.m. And then I get to 5 p.m. We have the kickoff call. And then because my colleagues are online, normally I get some incoming stuff, or there's some stuff I still need to do with clients now that they're online. And then I'll usually work until like 8:30, and then I have my live show at 9 p.m. And then I'll do the live show. If it's a Let's Play, that might go on until like 11 p.m. or 10:30. And then I might work until midnight afterwards if there's just some overhanging stuff. So, yeah, I'm not working night shifts. I'm not working fully overnight, but it is kind of leaning into the evenings where if I am to have a social life, it will be in the mornings. But at the moment, I'm still like building a lot of structures. It's my 4th week at the job, and I've done a lot of process setup at the company just because they're still in their early stages and bringing on new clients and just setting up processes of how we work with them. Because up to now, as is the case with a lot of startups, there's a lot of cases where you just work with clients, you kind of just work on a case-by-case basis. But as you start working with more and more, you need to have like templates in place. And so there's been a lot of that. So while I'm doing the work with the current clients, I'm also trying to get ahead of the game by setting up templates as well. And it's one of those things like today, it's just one of those things where today I feel like, what have I actually achieved? And the reality is I've been just non-stop with meetings and dealing with incoming fire and stuff. And that's just the way it works, especially in remote work. But you do go away going, what have I done? And it's why I want to do an episode on the done lists, not the to-do lists, the done lists. Because far too often we have a massive to-do list. My to-do list on the screen right now is insane. But there's a lot of stuff that's been done on it. And so instead of getting to the end of the day and going, look at all this stuff I still have to do, I need to look at it and go, look at all this stuff that I've done. And the rest I'll get to it tomorrow. And a tip my former boss from the cybersecurity company always talked about was, and I think this is great, is every day you are going to have a list of 100 things that you could be doing. And out of those 100 things, you have to do 20 of them. So 100 things, but a fifth of them you have to do. They have to be done today. But you only have the capacity to do 10. So you have 100 tasks, you have to do 20, but you only have the capacity to do 10. And by acknowledging it, it is kind of liberating because it just allows you to sort of say no to things and also just mitigate the fact that, sorry, I have to push back on these things. Because the next day, you did 10 of the 20. So the next day, you're going to have another 20 things you have to do, plus the 10 from before. But your capacity of what you can do is always going to be the 10. So that what you have to do might grow, but it's about mitigating it and understanding it in that way. And so that's a massive tip I have. It's a really long answer, but hopefully that helped. Right, I'm getting lots of new questions. I'm just adding. Cool. Right, let's have a look here. Thank you, Jim, once again for the super chat. David says, could I ask, do you get tense or nervous before a live show? I know I would. I don't unless... Do you know what it is? It's all about control. So when I'm doing these shows, especially these last Wednesdays of the month, I don't have to think about anything. The more that you have to have control over, so like if you have a structure, like you have things that you need to bring up on camera and things, there's more things that could go wrong, right? Could be timing, could overspeak about something, might not be able to get a certain video to work. That could be an issue. But then when you have guests on, when I have guests on, that is the only time. I wouldn't say it's nerves. I guess it's a bit of nerves. It's just like inner care, isn't it? It's that sense of like, I hope this goes right. And it's because there are more things that could go wrong. Is their sound working? And there are things that I'm factoring in because when it comes to pre-production, you basically want to reduce all risk. So what I used to do with my guests was I would tell them to dial in 15 minutes past the hour in the show. And we would do like a call like maybe earlier in the day. But it means that things might have changed and the sound isn't working. And we've had a couple of shows where the sound has had an issue. So what I have now got planned is the show is going to go where I will have them dial in 15 minutes before the show. We'll test it. I'll go live with them in the background but still logged on. And then I will start the show with maybe 5 minutes of housekeeping and then bring the guest on straight away. Have the show with the guest and then we'll end with vitamin G, because that's a nice way of asking the guest, what are you grateful for this week, and bringing them in. And that's a way that you mitigate it. So, yeah, I don't really get nervous. And also it's because I've been doing this for I've done live streaming shows like this for more than 18 years, which is pretty remarkable to think, before YouTube. So practice also helps as well. And again, it's because practice gives you a sense of control over the way that you're going about things. Have you seen Baby Reindeer yet? I haven't. Is it on Netflix? Is it really just unnerving? And thank you. I'm glad people like that strategy. And yeah, all about practice. All about practice. But ultimately, you DJ live and sometimes it affects. That's the thing. Sometimes it will affect you and it's totally normal. And I just always say, if you always internalize it and think, the reason I'm nervous, why? It's because I care. And that's a good thing. And why are you nervous? Because you want to do a good job. So what would it be to do a good job? So can you think about things that would allow you to do a good job? It means you hone it. Because if you weren't nervous, you would just walk into stuff all the time and perhaps not do a good job of it. And yeah, nervous of travel. Again, control. Am I going to get to the place on time? Am I going to oversleep in the morning? That's always something that always used to scare the hell out of me. The feeling of that. But yeah, no, thank you for that. Callie says, what is the best thing you've done in May? Say the most memorable that you are likely to remember next year. What is the best thing you've done in May? I mean, honestly, I started on the 1st of May. It was on a Wednesday. So it was 4 weeks ago. Yeah. So yeah, today marks 4 weeks at my new job. So yeah, that is definitely the most memorable thing. And I showed you being in those virtual conversations, in those virtual chats. That's been incredibly memorable. So that has definitely been it. I feel very lucky to work with so many talented and brilliant people in a space that is emerging. So yeah, that's what's on my mind. And Kira Cat Lady with the final question: how do you manage your sleep routine with the new work time? So for me, something I've learned over the years when it comes to sleep cycles, it's less about when do you go to sleep, but it's more about when do you wake up. So basically, if I go to sleep at 3 a.m., I'm still going to probably wake up naturally at 9 a.m. That's kind of your body clock. You're going to be tired, but that's going to be it. And so what I try and do is I say wake up by 10 a.m. And then depending on how I'm feeling, I will then go for a walk between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. and also prepare my lunch. And then I start working, do all prep work from 11 till midday, which is checking emails, seeing what notifications I've got, and having my lunch with that. And then I'm sort of set for the afternoon. And what's great is it means I can get to the kickoff call with a lot under my belt. For people, they're starting their day. For me, it's I'm already on top of it. Although today it doesn't feel like that at all. And so yeah, with sleep, I try and go to sleep as soon as I'm done with work. But again, it's kind of I don't know. I still haven't worked it out yet, to be honest. But it's just because there's a lot going on and I'm hopeful. I don't know. I'm a hard worker and I sometimes need to check in with myself. So yeah, I don't really have an answer for you there. Thank you. Thank you for the happy 4 weeks. Right. Listen, everybody. I have got 9 minutes to go and get a pizza. So I am going to see you after the credits, as always. But everyone says Baby Reindeer is really gripping, so I definitely need to check this out. But the reason... Oh, my God. There was a reason. Do you notice on the thumbnail it's got a question mark with a silhouette? I can't believe this. This is what I love about this show format on the Wednesdays is you guys absolutely carry it. We just go on a random thing. But... I wanted to talk about potential guests for upcoming shows. I've got a massive list of guests. So what I'm going to say to all of you watching live or on replay right now is after this show, either on our Discord, you can join our Discord here, or the link in the description below. But in the comment section, if there's any specific guest you think would be great on the show, and you can think big, you can think small, or any topic. So, for example, when I next go to the dentist, I'm going to ask my dentist if they want to come on the live show and talk about what it is to be a dentist. I'd be really interested in hearing about that. So it could be topics or things like that. Let me know in the comments section below, and I will tailor it in with my current outreach stuff. But I've got a lot of guests. It's kind of gone on a back burner just because I've been so busy with work. But yeah, that was what I wanted to talk about today and go through a list, but it hasn't happened because we talked about everything from alligators to 4D experiences to pizza to sleep practices to obviously VR gaming to dad jokes. There's been a lot. So yeah, I love you all, people. Thank you so much for hanging out with me this Wednesday. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your May. And a lot of you putting suggestions in the live chat. Put it in the comments section after the live show because I'm not going to see this live chat. But yeah, give me your final thoughts. And I look forward to seeing you next time. And if you're watching PSVR Gamescast Live, it's on in an hour. So I will see you then. Much love, everyone. Take good care of yourselves. I need to make sure I remove that order thing from the ending now because otherwise I'd forget and then next week it would appear again. I'd be like, oh, have I got pizza? And then I'd be disappointed again. Oh, that was from last week. Massive thank you, everyone. Honestly, just super cool. Like, the question about, like, are you nervous about doing shows? The only thing I never feel nervous, but the thing I worry about, and it's because I care, is whether it's a good show. Like, is this something people want to hang out to? Because when I look at, content strategy, and this is what I do as a profession, is it's about finding your niche. And like when I was going through it with the chat GPT, it's like, you should do more about VR. And it's like, I do VR stuff, but this show has never been about VR. It doesn't mean we don't talk about it. I love talking about it. And I am looking at fitting into the show a VR feature each week, which will have a highlight of a Let's Play I did the previous week. I think that would be kind of fun. But you know, the idea of like, how do you pitch the show? Oh, it's just a show where we talk about kind of anything. It's a tough one to pitch, but it's one of those things of like, once people get involved, people keep coming back. And honestly, there's some people that I see coming on a weekly basis that have only joined recently, and it fills my heart, because it means that we are doing something right. And you know, the reason I do this isn't to build a massive audience and stuff, but I just want to do something that's valuable. And it's just, that's another metric of seeing that it's something that people value. So for all those in the live chat, thank you. But also to everyone that watches on replay or listens on podcasts and stuff, I really appreciate you. Again, I hear from people that say, never tune in live, but I always listen to it in the week. And the fact that this is a show that people can listen to, it means a lot. Sylvan Exeter says, chatting to share knowledge and wisdom. I like that. I just think like my people are, it's a home for compassionate gamers. And gamers can mean all sorts. It doesn't mean console gamers. You might be into puzzles or just having fun. But anyway, my pizza's ready in 1 minute. So I'm going to go and get it now. But much love to you. And for those that are tuning in to Without Parole, I will see you in 50 minutes time. Well fed, of course. Much love.